Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. The ratio of the age of a son to the age of his mother is 2 to 5. If the boy is 12 years old, how old is his mother? In previous questions, we were given a ratio and the total age of the mother and the son. In that case, we will use the factor technique. However, here we are only given the ratios. So we will use the ratios to find the age of the mother. The first ratio we are given is the age of the son, which is 2, to the age of the mother, which is 5. If we know that the boy is 12 years old, we will cross multiply 12 by 5 and divide it by 2. The 2 is divided because it is diagonal to the variable. This gives us the age of the mother, which is 30 years old. A school assigns 2 teachers to every 15 students. How many teachers will be assigned to 450 students? Now we know that the ratio is 2 teachers for every 15 students. We want to know how many teachers will be assigned to 450 students. Again, we will cross multiply 2 by 450 and divide it by 15. It is divided by 15 because it is diagonal to the variable. This gives us a total of 60 teachers assigned to the 450 students. Here we have a triangle that will help us solve questions quicker and with more accuracy. As you can see, if we have a relation between savings, production, and consumption with time, this indicates a direct proportion. Again, if we have a relation between savings or production or consumption with a subject or someone who is responsible for doing the action, this again indicates a direct proportion. Now, if we have a relation between time and the subject or velocity, this indicates an inverse proportion. However, this doesn't come up a lot in the test. Fatma saves 130 riyals every week. How many days will it take her to save 1,950 riyals? Now, if we go back to the triangle, we notice that if there is a relation between savings and time, this indicates a direct proportion. And this is the case that we have here, a relation between savings and time. So if we have 130 riyals for 7 days and 1,950 riyals for X days, we will cross multiply because this is a direct proportion. So we will cross multiply 1,950 by 7 and divide it by 130. It is divided by 130 because the X is diagonal from the 130. This gives us a total of 105 days for Fatima to collect 1,950 riyals. A family consumes 400 liters of water in 8 days. How many liters will they consume in 14 days? Now, we can observe a relation between consumption and time. If we go back to the triangle, a relation between consumption and time indicates a direct proportion. So if we have a direct proportion, we will cross multiply 400 by 14 and divide it by 8, which gives us a total of 700 liters consumed in 14 days. "12 generators generate 600 watts of electricity. How many generators will it take to generate 1,500 watts? So if we go back to the triangle, we notice a relation between the subject or the generators and production. This indicates a direct proportion. And in a direct proportion, we will cross multiply 12 by 1,500 and divide it by 600 to give us a total of 30 generators to generate 1,500 watts of electricity. 15 workers complete a project in 30 days. if the number of workers decreases by 6, how many days will it take to finish the same project? Now we can observe a relation between time and the subject, or in this case, the workers. This indicates an inverse proportion. And in inverse proportion, we multiply the top two numbers and divide the number that is next to the variable. So in this case, we will multiply 15 by 30 and divide it by 9, which gives us a total of 50 days to complete the project by 9 workers.